All right, here we go. Let's do this thing. We're live. Hello, and welcome to the West Coast University DPT Connect live event. I'm your host, physical therapist Jimmy McKay. I'll be with you throughout the evening, introducing the various guests. Tonight's event, well, aimed and designed for you, West Coast University students, alumni, faculty, and staff. Now, this is not your average live stream. We'll have a cohort Olympics featuring current West Coast DPT students, live interactive trivia for some prizes, a look at some of you by photo, some talks from alumni and current faculty as well. So let's start things off by finding out where you are geographically. Let's get a little interactivity here as this thing works on YouTube. Below this screen, you should be familiar right now with the comments section. Love to see you guys dropping comments in there. So let's just start off. Who are you, right? You know, what's your relationship to West Coast University? Are you a student? Are you an alum? Are you watching? Are you faculty? Are you staff? Did you just trip across us on that old interwebs there? So feel free to use that comment section below to let us know where you are. And as we see some people checking in live, Kevin is present and accounted for. We're not taking roll call, but we like that. So love when we see where you guys are located. Let us know where you are geographically too. Spread out all across the world as students and alumni, right? Because everything is virtual right now. We'd love to see where that is. Well, let's kick things off right now with the program director and dean of the DPT program. Let's bring in Annie Burke-Doe to the studio. Annie, welcome.
Thank you. I'd like to welcome all of you to our first West Coast University Doctor of Physical Therapy Connect event. I hope this will be one of the first of many events where we are face-to-face or live in a setting online. May I begin to thank our Alumni Association, Marina Harris and Chini Camargo, for supporting DPT. And I want to thank all of the alumni that are present. Thank you to our current students for coming and participating in the creation of some of the content for this evening. I think everyone's going to be super impressed with what the current students are doing. I also want to thank our staff, Nora Gutierrez and Shirley Ng, for the work they do to support the program, and our amazing faculty who are participating this evening as well. Dr. Rania Al-Majid, Dr. Greg Askew, Dr. Daniel Cipriani, Dr. Sarah Gilliland, Dr. Najmeh Hosseini, Dr. Don James, Dr. Nicole Rodriguez, and Dr. Destin Willis. Please join me raising your hands, applause for this outstanding DPT faculty. I'd also like to mention a few areas the department has made some changes, really based on the feedback that we get from students and our alumni. We rely heavily from your input and feedback to make the program better. We've added some new content experts in the area of cardiopulmonary, Dr. Joanne Lazovich, integumentary, Dr. Alan Lee, neurology, Dr. Kristen Johnson and Dr. Will Bernardo, pediatrics, Dr. Cameron Brown and Dr. Erica Lowe, and in simulation physiology, Dr. Norman Belieza, and in our musculoskeletal content, Dr. Chris Ingstad. These experts are supported by our longtime associated faculty that have been supporting us for a long time, Dr. Marion Butler, Dr. Robert Dulay, Dr. Rochelle Molina, and Dr. Jennifer Wickenkamp and Dr. Jennifer Lukarevic. So thank you to all. We've purchased some new equipment for the program, some new hospital beds in our acute care and simulation center, a double robot that's able to go into the clinical environment for students to see in a telehealth experience. And we always have the wonderful support of our Center for Graduate Studies team in the library who have brought us improved features using Access Physiotherapy content where the students can have their actual texts and videos and information. And we have a new Go React software where we can get feedback for our students. And we're always, again, supported by Career Services who support job placements, our admissions advisor, Mary Titoyan, and Student Services that really make our team complete for students. Let me now mention some new student groups on the CGS campus that you're going to learn about and some associations to join. And we'll have Dr. Brown and Dr. Willis introduce you to those topics. So our goal for this evening is really multi-pronged. Connect our graduates, our students, and the program with each other to reminisce, see what we've all been up to, and to assist us in staying in touch through email and social media. I hope that some of you would consider introducing yourself, employing, or offering to act as a mentor to our current and graduating students. We need our alumni. If anyone's interested in academics, becoming a lab instructor, or supporting the program in some way, please reach out to me. I'd love to hear from you. You know our program better than anyone, and we really want to reconnect with you. We currently actually have an open position for core faculty, so spread the word. Overall, we're here to expand our professional network and continue to improve the way society moves. Again, I'd like to thank you all. Let's plan to get together again at a West Coast University DPT Connect event, either online or face-to-face at CSM in San Antonio or the CPTA annual conference in Anaheim in 2022. So now, here's Jimmy.
Wow, that's a killer intro. Annie, thanks for highlighting all of the things that we talked about a few months ago when we started putting this event together. Connect, engage, inspire, motivate. Something that's a little bit difficult. I mean, you see articles coming out, things like the Wall Street Journal talking about disconnection in virtual environments. And so we said, if we're going to do a virtual event, and you, the faculty and staff, said it's got to be all the things that a virtual Zoom happy hour is not. And that's where the interactivity. Can you explain to me, I'm seeing a lot of these messages, I'm seeing a lot of wash hands messages and elbow cough there. I'm guessing there's an inside joke there somewhere, and we'll figure that out. We do like seeing some people from the faculty and staff and the students letting us know where they are. So keep those comments rolling and going. So Annie, thanks so much for helping us kick things off tonight. You're going to stick around for a little bit, right? We're going to bring you back.
Absolutely, I will be here. I'm excited to see all of the excitement.
All right. Well, thanks for starting us off, Annie. We'll talk to you in a minute. Let's get some students on the screen. You guys are watching this thing live. Cohort Olympics. Let's go to round number 1. All right. Welcome to the West Coast DPT Virtual Cohort Olympics, bringing West Coast students, faculty, and alumni together, well, virtually. When PTs get together, we talk about PT and typically have fun, and that's what the Cohort Olympics are all about. We'll be playing games throughout tonight with a member of each cohort at West Coast DPT. So for our first game, let's bring in our contestants. Representing the first years is Eric. Eric, welcome to the show.
How's it going, Jimmy?
First years. Representing the second year class is Andre.
Hey, Jimmy.
All right. And representing the third years is Sean.
Hey, guys.
We're going to be doing the medullary pyramids. I'm sure you guys, if you haven't learned about them yet, if you're just first year, you learned about the medullary pyramids, and we're modifying that to a cohort Olympic game. What you're going to do is you're going to take those solo cups and you're going to construct a pyramid, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then deconstruct it, reconstruct it, and then put all your cups away. So 2 pyramids and back into a pile. Are you guys ready for the medullary pyramid cohort Olympics?
I'm ready.
All right. In 3, in 2, 1, begin. A lot of dexterity involved. You can tell these guys have been practicing. Blocked and through. Getting our first ball. He's definitely doing this before. Not a rookie move. Eric, the first year with a slight move. Ooh, we'll take the pyramid. First year is looking good. It looks like we're coming down between first and third. We can reconstruct it. And we have our winner. Eric, congratulations on winning gold in the medullary pyramids. Do you want to say anything about your victory?
No, it's pretty nerve-wracking. I don't know if Growth Anatomy can match up to that.
Sean, Andre, appreciate you guys playing. That does not look easy at all. I pretty much would just have just a pile of solo cups on the floor is just my guess, if that were me. But well done. Congratulations. Give yourselves a round of applause. Looks like round one, in fact, does go to the first years. Eric coming through there, and like you guys cheering your classmates on in the comments section. We do want to say thanks very much to some clinical partners with West Coast University, and we'll be thanking them throughout the evening. You'll see them below here as they scroll across the bottom. Wait, no, I gotta go this way. This is scroll across the bottom here. You can't have a PT program unless you have partners willing to take those students in their clinics. So just a small thank you to some clinical partners here during the Virtual Connect event. I think it's time to do our first set of giveaways right here. I believe we're going to bring up the wheel of names on the screen. And there is the wheel of names. This is a very official wheel of names. First, we're going to give away access to CSM to one of our clinical partners. I'm not a mathematician, but this looks like it is a 33.333% chance of winning. Let's spin that wheel and see who's going to win this access to CSM. I'm on pins and needles. I don't know about you. And would you look at that? Giovanni is the winner. There's the confetti. I knew we had confetti. Well, congratulations, Giovanni. You are our first winner. Congratulations. Perfect. All right. We've got our clinical partners on the screen right now. We do know, and this was mentioned in the intro with Annie, a big part of the culture of West Coast University is the faculty. So let's welcome Greg and Nicole to the program right now and get some faculty interaction. Nicole.
Hello.
And Greg, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having us, Jimmy.
Just to kind of level set everybody, we'll go Nicole, then Greg. Kind of describe your relationship with West Coast University. What do you get to do there?
Yeah, so I'm the Director of Clinical Education for our DPT program. So I get to work alongside with Greg or Dr. Askew and our Clin Ed Admin Assistant, Shirley Ng. We make up the Clin Ed department for our program. So we really help throughout the entire placement process, from getting all of the medicals from the students, getting them placed, overseeing them while they're in the clinic, building those relationships with our clinical partners. So we have a lot of fun networking.
So that ticker on the bottom of the screen right now, very important to you. You've got to maintain relationships, and this is just a small sampling. We're going to be sharing names through the entire
small sample. Yeah, we have so many that we have such great relationships with, and we're so lucky to have them, giving back to the PT profession and to our students.
That's perfect. Greg, how about you?
So, yeah, I'm the Assistant Director of Clinical Education, so I work pretty closely with Dr. Rodriguez as well as Shirley, our Clinical Education Admin Assistant, as part of the Clin Ed team. And I assist with the coordinating of our clinical rotations for our students and building the relationships with our clinical partners as well. I do a lot of the overseeing of the students' progress when they're actually out on the clinical rotations. So I'm the one that they're communicating with all their assignments that they love so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, we have a great Clin Ed team, and we're very appreciative of our clinical partners that have continued to support us even in a really difficult year out in the clinic.
Yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to get into. I wanted the students, the faculty, the alumni to be able to see some of their own on the screen. But let's look toward the future. Nicole, we'll start with you. What's one thing you want the students to know or focus about the future? I don't want to use the word unprecedented times, the phrase unprecedented times, but these are. But look at downfield. What's something you want them to focus on in their career and their life as they go forward?
Yeah, absolutely. And like you mentioned, these are unprecedented times, and I think we're kind of starting to see a new normal here. So it's really important that we all, as healthcare practitioners and physical therapists, focus on being that lifelong learner, always, studying and reviewing, staying on top of the latest evidence that doesn't really end after graduation. And it's really in order to provide that optimal patient care, and especially now during our COVID times, students and alum are likely seeing COVID positive patients or patients who have suffered impairments from the virus, and PT is going to be a really big part of that. and getting them back to quality of life.
Really puts it in perspective right now. It's a real
Absolutely.
constant example of a reminder putting it in perspective. Greg, how about you? And working in clinical education, that's really where the rubbers meet in the road. But something that you'd want the students to focus on in terms of their future now.
Yeah, so I mean, along those same lines as Dr. Rodriguez was stating, especially for you third-year students, after post-graduation, that especially in that first year, I hope you don't see it as the end of the line. I hope that you really continue to grow, and especially in that first year, find a good mentor that will help you transition into that full-time professional life. And after that first year, you are at that point allowed to take on students as a clinical instructor. And really, from my clinical experience and as a clinical instructor, I really found it to, number one, it was a lot of fun, but it can really be a breath of fresh air during your career to take on a student. You learn a lot from your student as a CI, and it really allows you to stay fresh with what's going on, from what the student's learning in their own PT program. So it really, bottom line, continue your development, seek out opportunities even after graduation, because you never should stop learning.
Yeah, and we'll say one of those opportunities definitely going to be the alumni network at West Coast. So you're going to want to stay in touch and utilize that network. We'll go a little bit deeper into that. Greg and Nicole, we know you guys are busy in the middle of a month-long celebration of CSM. So thanks so much for making some time and stopping by.
Thank you, Jimmy.
All right,
Thanks
guys.
for having us.
All right. We've seen some students compete in the first round of the Cohort Olympics. First years are up. And heard from some of the faculty. But now it's time to have you guys interact outside of just that comment box. So let's do some interactive trivia here. So we're going to use this platform. It is called Mentimeter. So to interact, we're going to need you to open up another tab on your browser, or maybe take out your mobile device and open up a browser there, and follow the instructions at the top of the screen there. You're going to head to the website, menti.com. That is MENTI.com. When you head to that website, you're going to enter the code 3210199. That code is also at the top of that screen there. So head to menti.com. and use that code 321019. We'll give you guys a few seconds to do that. Coming up later in the show, we're going to spin that wheel of names again. More entries to the combined sections meeting coming up, as well as the California State meeting as well. So APTA California, we've got some of those prizes, and gold, silver, bronze medal awards for trivia. So head to menti.com as we get you registered there, and use the code 321019 as we get you logged in. All right, let's head into to round one of 4 rounds of trivia here at the West Coast University Connect event. This one's going to be right up your alley. We'll start something that's right down the line for you guys, as you guys still can chime in. Again, that website, menti.com. And use that code found at the top of the screen, 321019 and 9, as we see more of you logging in. There is just a little bit of a delay, so we'll let you know. A little bit of a delay between the broadcast and when you guys catch it on YouTube. So as we see more than 45 of you checking in, we'll give it another couple seconds. Again, that website, menti.com, and use the code 321019. 4 rounds of trivia. It will be a combined score over all 4 rounds of trivia. The faster you answer correctly, the more points you will get. Prizes are going to be we'll get some great gift baskets, gift bags from West Coast University. There was a mention of a tumbler. You can't go wrong. It keeps the cold drinks cold and the hot drinks hot. I have no idea how it knows. Honestly, it's advanced technology. All right, let's start round number 1. And here we go. Look at all of you pouring in with your icons and your avatars. All right, let's begin. The faster you answer correctly, the more points you will get. First question up. This one's right up your alley. You guys should know this. It's got to be on something, a logo, right? If only it was on a logo somewhere. If only it was on a logo somewhere. I'm not sure. It's almost like I'm giving it away. The faster you answer correct, the more points you get. What do you think? When was WCU founded? Also in that gift bag is going to be, look at that. It's like almost as if you guys paid attention. I'm shocked that more of you didn't pay it. It's on the corner of the screen right now that you're looking at. That is the only time the answer will be displayed the entire time. All right, let's move to question number 2. Let's keep it going. More right down the line. Question 2 in round number 1. Again, the faster you answer it, the more points you get. Oh, this one. I don't know. This one's not on the screen, so don't look anywhere. How many campuses does WCU have? I did not know this, but now I do. And I'm not telling you until this question is over. How many campuses does WCU have? We're going to get inside the minds of some of your faculty in just a little bit. Annie alluded to looking inside some of the programs within the school. How many campuses does WCU have? All right, look at that. Look how pretty that bell curve is. Well, 35 of you got that right. It, in fact, is 6 campuses. Let's go to the next question. Let's keep it rolling. We hear from Dustin Willis. We're going to hear from Cameron Brown. Didn't think there would be a hashtag question here, did you? But there is. What is the hashtag the Alumni Association displays on shirts and social media? What is it? Will it be hashtag WC Proud, hashtag West Coast with a hand gesture? Maybe, I don't know. Will it be West is the best or hashtag WCU alum? What do you think? Lock in your answer choices. Again, you've kind of got it. If you don't know, just swing the bat here. All right, you're going to get more points. That is correct. All right, so at least some of you guys are paying attention. Look at that. That's got to make Marina and the Alumni Association feel good. They're paying attention to the hashtag. Hashtag WCU Proud. Let's move on to the next question. Question 4 in round number 1. National Physical Therapy Month is in which month? Is it April, August, October, or December? It feels like a gift. Could it be December? I don't know. We'll find out. Some of you are going to get this right. Some of you are going to feel very, very bad if you get it wrong. You got to lock it in. Some people calling their shot in the comment section. Keep those rolling in. I'd love to hear from some students out on clinical affiliations and see where they are. Time is up for that question. 69 of you getting that correct. National Physical Therapy Month is, in fact, in October. Let's move on. Would love to see where some of the students get to in their clinical affiliations. We heard from Nicole. We heard from Greg. All right, we're moving away from West Coast trivia, and we'll go more trivial trivia. Where would you find the pinea on the human body? Where would you find this? Is it in the brainstem? It is in the outer ear? Is it in the hand? Or is it in the nose? Where would you find the pinea on the human body? Your professors are paying attention, students. Alexa, 3rd year, clinical rotation in Riverside. Love seeing that. All right, time's up with this question in round number 1. Outer ear? That is correct.
Yeah, boom shakalaka.
Deserves a boom shakalaka. Yeah, small bone, outer ear. Kristen just answering that way. All right, up next in trivia, what color is not part of the 5 colors of the Olympic rings? Oh, close your eyes. You can see it. Not. Which color not part of the 5 colors of the Olympic rings? What do you think it is? Red, green, black, or purple? Olympics actually coming up, right? It was postponed. Now we're going to come up. Very excited about that. I'm a little bit of an Olympics geek. I care about some of those sports you don't even know about. But every 4 years, you're like, yeah, handball, team handball. Let's get some of that. All right, time's up. The color is not part of the Olympic rings. You guys went big, and you were right. That is correct.
Yeah, boom shakalaka.
Purple did not make the rings. Just missed the podium right there for colors. Let's go to the next question in round number 1. Which letter is representative of 50 in Roman numerals? You're looking at a clock. It's not going to be there, even if you got a Roman clock. Italian clocks do not have 50 on the dial. Football fans are strangely good at these Roman numerals, right? The NFL kind of adopted the Roman numeral naming of the different Super Bowls. That is going to help. That's going to help some football fans out there. Which one do you think it is? 50 in Roman numerals. L? Most of you? All right. You guys are pretty sharp. I'll give you that one.
Boom shakalaka.
L, in fact, is 50 in Roman numerals. Let's move on to the next question. I like the focus. Like, I noticed the comment section sort of slowed down when trivia started up. You guys are very focused. Next question. Around how much do the Alumni Network and supporters raise for the WCU Alumni and Scholarship Fund since 2018? This is a big deal on campus. Thomas asking a question in the comment. Are we doing all 40 right now? No, I would be exhausted. I can only make stuff up as I go along for so long. We're going to do 4 rounds. 4 rounds. We're breaking it up, Thomas. Don't worry about it. Although the NPT is long, so maybe we're working on some of your endurance for your board exam. All right, let's find out how much money the Alumni Network and supporters raised for WCU Alumni Scholarship Fund since 2018. Wow, some of you underestimated the West Coast Prize. It was actually $170,000. Yeah, take some of that. Yes! That's exciting. All right, move on to the next question in round number 1 of 4 rounds. Again, the faster you answer, the more points you get. How many times a day do you blink? Me? You? This is an average. These are not round exact numbers. These are just kind of round. How many times a day do you blink? Well, I am doing a live stream. It is probably a lot more. But on average, how many times a day do you blink? What do you think it is? This will not be on the NPTE. I will guarantee that one. How many times a day do you blink? I don't know. During this question, I think I've blinked 63 times, though. That's a lot. All right, let's find out. On average, how many times a day do you blink? Wow, you guys are good at this stuff. I hope you're not Googleizing these. Don't be Googleizing stuff. Let's go with the next question in round number 1. We'll wrap up round 1 here. When Jordan played for the Chicago Bulls, how many NBA championships did he win? This, I feel like, was just on social media all over the place because Tom Brady won his 7th. So what does that mean? Did Jordan have less? More? Where is Michael Jordan in terms of NBA championships? AJ chiming in there. I mean, I feel like this discussion is going to go on forever. Jordan the GOAT. Some people very excited about a Chicago reference. Eddie, finally something he knows. Did Jordan have 6? Yeah, Jordan had 6. And that is round number 1 of trivia. Let's see where we stand on the podium. Maverick, fantastic Top Gun reference, was the fastest with 8,750 points in the lead. Magical Rhino, Gil, Ted, Ralph, all kind of trailing behind. We're going to go away from trivia for right now. Let's take that off the screen. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Good. And that is trivia round number 1. Let's go back to spinning the wheel. Let's get the wheel of prizes out. Let's spin that thing up. This one is going to be students. We've got all the students' names in the running for access to CSM, Combined Sections Meeting. This is going to be pretty exciting. So we're going to spin the wheel of names. All right, students, pay attention because you're in the running for this one. And here we go. That is a lot of student names. Give that a little flick. Always kind of wanted to be on Price is Right. And who do we have? Looks like Thomas DeLuna. Congratulations, Thomas. You're going to go to CSM. Looking forward to it. Congrats. We got more on the wheel coming up. All right, so you guys have played trivia, at least round 1. You've won some stuff from the wheel of prizes. We've got that. Let's take a look at some of you guys outside of this live stream with a quick photo montage. Wow, a lot of looks there from you guys at WCU. Suddenly, I feel like I need to be doing some bicep curls a little more. At the top of the show, we did mention that we were going to look in with some West Coast University faculty and find out some more about different programs within the program. Let's do that here with Cameron Brown. All right. So first up, introduce yourself. Let everybody know who you are and what you do.
Yes, my name is Cameron Brown. I'm a physical therapist, and now I'm a adjunct faculty member at West Coast University, an assistant professor. I've been working about 8 years in outpatient pediatrics in a few different clinics in Southern California, but I've been down here the whole time. I work with a lot of early intervention kiddos, so under 3 years old. I work with school districts and a whole slew of everything else that you might find. So it's been a fun transition going from being a clinical instructor and seeing people as students on their rotations, and now actually getting to the classroom end and being able to kind of share some of that before we get to the clinic piece too.
Why West Coast? What about that place is special? You know, why does that light you up? Why'd you choose to continue your career there?
You know, West Coast is a cool program too, because I like that they also have occupational therapy, who I work very closely with every day. So it's a nice glimpse into a campus that sort of works in that interdisciplinary region. But I also love Dr. Burkdoe because she was one of my personal instructors at University of St. Augustine. So when I found out that she was over here at West Coast, I thought, oh my gosh, I have to be on board with whatever she's doing, because she's just such a creative person, such a smart person. And I know that everything she does comes from her heart. And so that'll bleed into the program. So I was really excited to just jump in with what she was doing and to be able to be with students from sort of all over the board. I was at University of St. Augustine, a really, really small city. So being able to be in an LA program, I think a lot more people are interested in coming here. So you get a big, diverse bunch of people and students and faculty, which is great.
It sounds like, you know, your two answers so far. Why faculty? Why West Coast? Sounds like it's about people.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
The reason we're having this virtual event, well, a lot of virtual events these days, is because of the current climate we're in, right? Safety first and with the students, with the faculty, with your colleagues, everybody watching this thing right now. What would you want to say to them? Kind of like the last chance of you just to kind of say whatever you'd want.
Oh man, I would love to see you all in person. I have a body and a soul beyond this little box, but you know, I think it's mostly just a mission to hang in there, because it's going to be worth it at the end. And even though it's a little tricky doing everything from one room or one computer, we will get together on the other side. And I think it's showing the resilience of physical therapists. I think it's showing how quickly we can adapt. That's part of our job, is to figure things out on the fly. So I think for the students, it's just to hang in there. And for the therapists, it's that, and the educators, it's that knowledge of, we've got this. This is what we're here to do. We're meant to be people. We're meant to help. And I think this has shown that we can do that. We can thrive when times are a little bit tough.
All right, so we recorded that a few weeks ago with Cameron Brown, and we want to bring her on the show now. So if we can do that, let's pop her up. There she is. Cameron, welcome to the program.
Hi, thanks for having me, Jimmy.
Since we had an opportunity to do this live, we wanted to go a little bit deeper into some things that you do.
Yeah.
We wanted to talk about NABPT. When I throw those words out there, what does that mean? Let's educate.
A lot of letters. But NABPT is the National Association of Black Physical Therapists. So it's an organization, a nonprofit, to support physical therapists, PTAs, PTA students, DPT students, and pre-physical therapy students in order to help support increased representation of Black practitioners, in order to recruit and support more students and support the broader communities that we serve.
So I heard the word support. It feels like that's the underlying goal.
Yeah.
You know, what would you say to someone who was maybe finding out about the NABPT for the first time? Maybe they'd heard about it, but they needed that kind of shove to say, hey, maybe this is an organization I would like to seek support from. What would you say to that student or alum?
I think I cannot underestimate the value of mentorship and support and networking. I wish that I, as a student, had even thought to seek out mentorship. But this is something that has been the number one piece that most of our members have been interested in, is mentorship and community service and just networking with other people. So I think the push is more, it's a small jump, but there's a huge benefit to it. And it allows you to sort of open your doors to a whole new group of people and a whole lot more options, regardless of where you are in your career. They're supporting me as a practicing clinician, and students, intro students, anybody interested. It's a big community event. So hopefully people are thinking about it and will join up if they're interested.
Well, as we know a lot about, the physical therapy profession, really it's education. Like a lot of people need to find out about those things. Let's bring in somebody from the Alumni Association. Let's bring in Marina Harrison to the program. Marina, come on the screen. There she is. Marina, how are we doing?
I'm great. How are you, Jimmy?
We're doing okay. We're talking about NABPT. When we were planning this live event, you were in the planning meeting with us, and you heard Cameron speaking pretty passionately about it. And talk about what you guys wanted to do from the alumni team.
Definitely. So for anybody that was interested in joining the NABPT, we were going to support them as the Alumni Association. So I will definitely send information about that in a follow-up email. But if anyone is interested in joining, we are happy to support on that end. So we will definitely let you know. But my name is Marina, and I'm the Director of Alumni Relations here, if you don't know me.
All right. Well, Cameron, thanks for stopping by. Marina, don't go anywhere. We got to stick with you. When I was a PT student, when I was just a little PT, well, actually I was the same height, but when I was a PT student, I wasn't really thinking about alumni, probably because I was just focused on the next test and not doing poorly on that. But this is something that will, and Cameron just used that word several times, support you after your career, after you leave West Coast University. Talk a little bit about what the alumni team does, what that alumni network really can bring to the people watching.
Yeah, definitely. So the Alumni Relations and Alumni Association was started back in 2016, and our goal as the Alumni Association is to provide alumni and supporters, faculty, staff, and our future alumni, also known as students, with opportunities just to make new friends with WCU, stay in touch with classmates, keep your connection to the university, and there's currently about 35,000 WCU alumni all across the globe.
All right. So you said connect and you said support. So let's get some of those things on there. Let's do this real quick. There's a Facebook group, right? The groups are really great places because you can kind of ask questions maybe you wouldn't feel comfortable asking anywhere else. We want to focus on the Facebook group. Some good connection there, I'm guessing?
Oh, for sure. There's definitely tons of opportunities. We post constantly about job opportunities, clinical opportunities, networking opportunities, conferences, reunions, events just like this one. So it's a great place to connect with your fellow.
Utilize that network, utilize that support. Also on the gram, as the kids are doing it for the gram these days, apparently is what I've been told. You've also got an Instagram account too.
We do. We're active on there as well. We have over 1,600 followers on there. So we're really ramping up that way too.
Also, a lot of conversations clinically happening on a different app, and that's the Bird app, the Twitter at West Coast U is where people can find information there. And then finally, as you get closer to the light at the end of the tunnel, it's not a train, that's graduation. You start thinking about a networking app in LinkedIn. There's also an alumni network there.
Definitely.
Love that. All right, Marina, we appreciate you stopping by, and thanks for shedding light on the Alumni Network, and thanks for making this event possible. We appreciate it.
No, thanks for having me.
All right, get out of here. What are we doing next? All right, we have the Cohort Olympics. We've done round one. It is now time for round number 2. Moving on in the Cohort Olympics, we're going to play the next game, which is called Yellow and Red Flags. You want to screen for things. We're going to add a few more colors to that. I know we've got some green flags, some brown flags, some blue and orange, different flags. And we're going to bring in our cohort Olympic athletes representing first year, Samantha. Samantha, welcome to the show. Here we go. Second year, Kara is going to help us compete.
Hey.
And Kimmy representing the third years.
Hey.
All right, so in front of you, we've got 56 M&Ms and 6 different cups representing the different colors of the M&Ms. Using one hand only, you're going to sort all those M&Ms by color in all those different cups in front of you. Are you ladies ready to represent your class here in the Cohort Olympics? I can feel the energy. All right, on the horn is when you can begin. 3, 2, and 1. A lot of pressure here. Look at Kimmy's face. A lot of focus. Kara, utilizing the Michael Jordan tongue. She's going the route of all the same color first. Like the intention. You can tell the classmates are rooting for you, so don't leave them high as that. Oh, Kimmy just flying there. A lot easier than it looked. Kara, do we have a winner? And I believe you. Samantha, so close. All right, Kara, bringing home the gold medal for the second years. Do you want to say anything about your victory?
I couldn't have done it without the support of my class. Love you guys.
That's what PTs do. We have fun. We make the best of things, and always, hey, listen, you can't go wrong when you have M&Ms involved. Kimmy and Samantha, well done representing your classes as well. You now have permission to eat the props whenever you guys are ready. Would love to have me some M&Ms right now. So congratulations to the winner of the that round of cohort Olympics. Second years and first years knotted up with one apiece. Let's bring trivia back on screen and head into round two. Again, keep that browser back open. The website menti.com and the code 3210199 as we see you guys log back in. Again, that website menti.com. Use that code 3210199. I wonder if my assistant can bring me some M&Ms as I'm suddenly craving peanut M&Ms. What's that? I'm being told I don't have an assistant. Okay, so no assistant will be bringing me some M&Ms. Unfortunately, there's no one to actually tell me I don't have an assistant. That's when you know you don't have an assistant. Round number two, and this will be a cumulative score for trivia. Head to menti.com and use the code 3210199. Liked a lot of the comments and cheering on that live event. Love that. Well done. All right, we've got more than 35 of you. Thank you so much for virtually sending me some M&Ms. I will be making a trip to the store after this live stream is over. See, we got 99 people. 99 watching the live stream right now. Very strong. I would like to see triple digits. I don't know. I'm just that kind of guy. Eric using the proper hashtag there as well. All right, as we go north of 40 of you logging in, one last call here for round two of trivia. The website is menti.com and use that code as you see on the screen there, 3210199. We'll give it a last call of 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3, 2, and let's begin round number two. All right, the faster you answer, the more points you get. Same as the first round. Let's dig into number one. Which state does not have a West Coast University campus? This one stumped me in the prelims. I did not know this one. I can admit when I'm wrong because I'm wrong often. Which state does not have a West Coast University campus? Is it California, Florida, Arizona, or Texas? What is it? Time is up. How did you do? Arizona. Wow, 46 of you guys getting that one. Well done. Let's move on to the second question in round number two. The unicorn is the national animal for which country? What? The unicorn is the national animal for what country? How did this happen? I mean, the unicorn. Just what is it? What is the official animal for what country? Talk to me about this unicorn thing here. Poke an eye out with this. What do you think it is? Unicorn, what is it? Is it Belgium, Ireland, Scotland, or Germany? People going, Scotland, yes. It is in fact Scotland. Well done. Good use of the unicorn emoji. Is that the guy with the giant biceps? Yep, that's the guy with the giant biceps. We got him. There he is. Please don't hurt me. All right, next question in round number two. What do we got here? In what year was the very first model of the iPhone released? It's kind of one of those where were you questions, right? Where were you in life when that iPhone was released? This thing is very close to me at all times. Was it 03, 05, 07, or 09? I think Claudia is right. She thinks that Jimmy is a unicorn. I think that you are correct. Don't ask me why I know how to use these things. What year was that iPhone dropped? When did Jobs do that? 3, 5, 7, or 9? What was it? Ooh, this one split. 2007. When that iPhone came out. You are right. Well done. Let's move on to that next question, round number 2. Again, the faster you are with those fingers and correct, the more points you get. What do you think? We talked about support. We talked about strength and network. Alumni, how many does West Coast University have across the globe? What is your guess? You're joining an alumni group of, is it 20,000 strong? 35,000 strong? Be 50K? 50 is L in Roman numerals, in case you were wondering. I just learned that. Or is it 75,000? How many alumni does WCU have across the globe? Time is up. 31 going big. 35,000. That is the answer. 35,000. Well done. Let's move on to the next question. In round number 2, the faster you go, the more points you get when you get it right. On what date does APTA celebrate Founders Day? This pretty current, right? This year, APTA celebrating 100 years as an association. What day was it founded? I like the fact that it was founded in a steakhouse. I just like how, to me, it's raw, it's gritty. That's what PT is. Founded in a chop house in New York City. But what date was it? 100 years ago. On what date? What do you think? That's right. Yeah, I think you got it. 22 of you were correct. It just happened. Just had a big event with the APTA in January 15th for Founders Day. Let's move to that next question. What do we got in round number 1? And here we go. The hardest substance in the human body. Mom would say it's your thick skull, James. She calls me James. What is it? Hardest substance in the human body. Is it the femur? Humerus? Enamel in the teeth? Fingernails. When you're nervous. Annie pointing out they're going to have a float in the Rose Bowl. APTA California. Going to have a big old float in the Rose Bowl. Looking forward to that. Hardest substance in the human body. What do you think? Femur, humerus, tooth enamel, fingernails. I know it's not fingernails because I chew those a lot. Tooth enamel? Yeah, that one seems a little bit weird, but that one is actually correct. 37 of you getting that right. Let's go to that next question. Question of round number 2. The first president to be inaugurated in Washington, D.C. The first. Who was it? Was it Jefferson? Was it Madison? Was it Adams? Or was it GW himself? Who was the first president to be inaugurated in Washington, D.C.? Lock in your answer choices. After this round of trivia, be spinning the wheel again. More opportunities to go to CSM, courtesy of West Coast University. All right, let's find out who is that president. Answers spread out pretty evenly. 18 of you getting Jefferson, and that is the correct answer. First president to be inaugurated in Washington, D.C. Let's go to that next trivia question in round number 1 as we come close to the end of this one. How many characters are allowed in a tweet? How many? Hang on a second. What? Well, no, don't cheat. Just grip it and rip it with this one. You know the answer. Come on, this is a popular character limit. What do you think it is? How many characters are allowed in a tweet? One single tweet. I know you can have a tweet thread. We're talking about a single tweet on the Bird app. Mention some of the social media channels as well for West Coast University. There's the tweeter at West Coast U. How many characters allowed in a tweet? 140. It was 140, but then they doubled it. No. Yeah, they doubled it. 280. You got caught there. All right, we finally busted you on one. I feel like that was the one we finally got you on. All right, let's move to the next one. Coming close to an end of round number 2 out of 4. West Coast University prizes for first, second, and third. Whoever finishes with the fastest, most correct answers. Who is considered the mother of physical therapy? Who is it? Is it Mary McMillan? Is it Lucy Blair? Is it Catherine Worthingham? Or is it Marguerite Sanderson? And this one, if you pay attention to APTA stuff, this one might be hard because there are awards named after all of these females. So who do you think it is? Who is considered the mother of physical therapy? Time is up. Mary McMillan? Yeah, you guys got that. I am feeling all warm and fuzzy that 38 of you got that correct. That makes me feel good. You know your history there. All right, let's go to the next question as we get closer to the end of round number 2. Final question in round number 2. The faster you answer, the more points you get. In an adult, how long is the small intestine? Yeah. And we're doing it. We're going metric on you. So it's 3 meters. Is it 5 meters? Is it 7 meters or 9 meters? This is length of small intestine in an adult. Kind of leaned on my anatomy lab partners during the abdominal content section. You guys you handle it. I'll supervise. You guys do this part though. I'll be here. I'll be right behind you. What do you think? Small intestine, how long? 7 meters. That's close to 21 feet. See how fast I did that math? I'm like a mathematician here. All right, guys, as we wrap up round number 2, let's see how we did. For that round, as we added the points. Ooh, very tight race. 2 of you over 14,000. We've got several very, very close behind. All right, don't close that browser. Keep it open. We're just going to minimize it off the screen here. There we go. And looks like we're going to be spinning the Wheel of Names again. We've got some more prizes. Let's bring up the Wheel of Names. Excited to see you guys chiming in on the comments. Thank you guys for doing that. We got a few earlier, but would like to know where some of the students maybe around doing some of those clinical rotations. Where are you guys doing that? Feel free to drop those in the comments. This looks like we're working on alumni. This is alumni, right? Yeah, we're spinning the wheel. Eligible to win a spot at CSM for alumni. So let's spin that wheel. Olivia Singer looks like to be our alumni winner. Congratulations. As we spin the wheel of prizes. More on the wheel of prizes coming up in just a little bit. We just spun for some of your alumni. Let's check in with one of those alumni in Jack Bryant right now. West Coast University, let's welcome an alum to the program, Jack Bryant. Jack, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Jimmy.
Goal of this virtual event really is to bring in students, faculty, alumni, staff, bring in everybody who makes West Coast University in the PT program what it is. You're something a little bit unique. Not only are you an alum, but you were part of the inaugural class. You were part of the trailblazing class. So after you graduate, where'd Jack go?
So I was local to LA for about 2 years after school, and then my fiance and I relocated to Seattle about a year ago. So I practiced at a hospital here in Seattle, Virginia Mason Medical Center, working outpatient.
All right. So I mentioned when we introduced you to the audience that you were part of the inaugural class at West Coast University DPT. Talk about your time there. Why did you choose West Coast, and how would you describe your experience?
It was profound to kind of see a program start, not to finish, but to kind of graduate with that CAPTE, credential and certification being part of that whole, curriculum and how it gets built. Everything was brand new. It was like being the first person at the school, taking the wrapping off the treatment tables and, all the machines. So it was very unique, I'll say that, but I think it was extremely important to kind of understand the inner workings of what makes a PT program go, because they really relied on our feedback throughout all of this. So a lot of connection with the faculty, weekly meetings, because they needed to make sure that we were getting the right information for classes to come.
Some students watching are going through this time where maybe they feel a little disconnect. That's really one of the reasons for this event, was to bring people together. I feel like yourself and your classmates from the inaugural class at West Coast University DPT have a unique mindset and unique perspective on, hey, there was no one before us. And right now, maybe some first years, some second years, maybe they're like kind of lacking that connection. Any advice that you'd give? It's not the similar situation, not the same situation, but it's a similar situation in that maybe that lack of connectedness. Any advice you give for those students on how to maybe build that, or where they can seek it out?
That's a great question. I think their situation is unlike no other. I'm not sure what restrictions are or what they can and cannot do. I know PT schools and PT cohorts are so close as is, because you're getting familiar with each other. You're in the same classes and same rooms, and working on the same bodies, right? So you find a way to get real close. And I would say to not lose that as best as you can is only gonna to create that stronger. I'm hoping that these classes can come back at some point where they're able to get that flesh, back in their front.
Jack, good to bring back some alumni into this virtual event. Appreciate your time.
Hey, Jimmy, thanks. It's great being here. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
All right, I just heard from alum Jack Bryant. Let's bring on some of our faculty. We've got Dr. Sip and Dr. Nash coming to the program. Guys, welcome to the live stream here.
Well, hello. Thanks for having us.
Guys, let's just make sure we orient people. We'll start with Dr. Sip. Just tell us what you get to do with the program there at West Coast.
Well, I got to start on a serious note. I'm concerned that there's so many first years watching this when they're supposed to be studying kinesiology, because we have an exam tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Minus 5 points.
So what do I do at West Coast? I'm involved almost entirely with the first year class. I teach the kinesiology and biomechanics, teach some of their biostats and research design. And then I get to reconnect with them in their third year with some elective activity and such. So it's just been a pleasure working at West Coast and working with these students. We have such a great team, great faculty, great leader. So it's all been great.
Love that. And Dr. Naj, I think you might be muted there. Unmute that mic. Let's hear from you. What do you get to do at West Coast? Kind of give everybody a little orientation.
Well, hello again. Sorry, I was muted. I teach neuromuscular rehabilitation. I'm involved in some other courses too, but that's my main part contribution. We use a lot of technology to bring the labs to students' homes, and students are doing such a wonderful job of learning from these videos that we show them and demonstrations and all that. And once in a while, we bring them on campus, and they get the chance to practice their manual techniques and all. It's been a good challenge for everybody.
Yeah. Question for both of you: as you watch this event unfold, a lot of people really didn't know what to expect, right? I feel like during April and May of 2020, virtual happy hours kind of came on the scene, which is a bunch of us just kind of staring at each other, and every once in a while somebody would say something. This a little bit different. What I'm getting at is we've learned and we've pivoted. How have you seen the students really embrace that pivot, right? I mean, especially as physical therapy students. We'll start with you, Dr. Sip. Kind of talk about how the students have embraced the pivot and really excelled.
Yeah, I have to say, I'm just so impressed with how students are learning today. I don't know how you're doing it. I don't know how you're able to stay so engaged, but it has been extremely impressive to see how active and engaged students are with everybody is with the online learning system. We have breakout rooms that we use, and everybody's just so into it. And then you can really see the energy when we finally get on campus and have a little bit of a lab activity. It's something I think we all miss, but it's been just crazy impressive how well I could not have done it. I'm just being honest. I don't think I could have survived something like this. This has been amazing.
Dr. H, to you, same question. You mentioned utilizing technology. I mean, this virtual learning, I mean, this is a delivery device. What would you say about the students and how they're doing right now?
Oh my God, I agree with Dr. Sip 100%. I don't know how our students are doing it, but they're doing a wonderful job. I think this whole environment made them very independent and very responsible for their own learning. I mean, every time that we meet with the students that are coming to graduate school, we are saying, you know what, graduate school is when you're in charge of your own learning. And this is it. They're really learning, and they're going to go react and send us videos. They create this amazing videos for us to look at and give them feedback. And whenever we are on campus, I just notice how independent students have become, and how they take charge. And I feel this has been a silver lining during this time, that the students are really becoming independent learners.
Yeah. The thing I noticed doing some of those pre-recorded interviews and doing the things live tonight is the students talk so highly of the faculty, and the faculty talk so highly of the students. So that's got to feel good to have a great relationship, especially when you're going through something that's so hard, PT school, during this time right now, which is hard in and of itself. Appreciate you guys taking some time to shed some light and share some faculty advice with us.
Thank you very much, Jimmy.
All right, we just talked about some of those students. Let's look at some more of you guys, maybe some more bicep shots. Another snapshot there at some of you out in West Coast world. We mentioned more contact with some of your professors and insight into some different programs. Let's take a look at one of those right now. Here with Dustin Willis. Dustin, welcome to the live stream here. It's always good to have some familiar faces.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
PT, you got an OCS, fellow of the American Academy of Orthopedic Manual Physical Therapists. And, how are you related to West Coast University? What's that relationship like?
It was my first teaching gig ever. I was fairly young, you would say. Like, I graduated 2014 and started teaching in 2018. So I'm not that far out of school. So it's got a near and dear place in my heart. And I just love the atmosphere. It's one of those places I stepped foot on campus and immediately felt like home. And that was what drew me in. I was like, yeah, I could see myself here.
I love that. I just like hearing the way you say that. You can tell you mean it. How do you describe it when someone says, what is UNI-versity?
UNI-versity, we initially called it a student support group, but I feel like there's a stigma with that. So we're calling it like a student wellness group. So we're all about promoting wellness in grad school, because I feel like historically you get to grad school and it's like put your nose to the grindstone and just go, go, go. Whatever it takes, you just got to get through it. And we really want to change that culture.
What's the goal? What's success look like for you in Iversity? So walk us through that.
In the simplest form, success to us looks like every single person that starts out on their journey at the West Coast University Center for Graduate Studies makes it to the end of the road of graduation. That's what we're all about, supporting everyone. You worked your tail off to get here. Now let's make sure you get to that end goal.
Tell us about your students. What do you like being a professor and an educator?
Oh man, just seeing those aha moments when a student like gets something or it clicks for them, or they go out to the clinic and they come back to you telling you a story of their success. It's my favorite feeling in the world.
That's great. All right. So tough time, right? I won't use the word unprecedented. We've heard that enough. We've moved on. We're in 2021 now. But this is a virtual event because of necessity for now, till we can get safe and get back to be in person. But what would you want to say to everybody out there that that maybe you haven't been face to face with just yet?
I would just want to say that, even though we're not face to face, I hope all of you know that we are with you, supporting you as best as we can with not being face to face. We as the faculty miss that face-to-face just as much as you do, maybe even more. And I just hope you can still feel the support from us, even though we're lacking that human interaction piece, because it just feels hard to translate over the screen sometimes.
Yeah, it does. But we're doing the safe thing for now. Fingers crossed we get back to some close in-person, in proximity events in 2021. We're going to put your contact information on the screen. If a student wants to find out more about you and Iversity, we'd like them to come to you. Thanks for just giving us a little taste, a little vibe of something that is a little slice of West Coast for the event.
Oh man, thank you so much for having me and giving me the opportunity to share it.
Man, Dr. Willis gets on the screen and that comment section just kind of blew up there. We like seeing that. Let's take a look with some of our cohort Olympic athletes to check in on round number 3. All right, guys, continuing our cohort Olympics with some of our cohort Olympic athletes. This game is representing the vertebral column. We've got a cup for every level in the cervical, thoracic, and lumbar spine. And our cohort Olympians are going to move one cup from the top and move that all the way to the bottom until it's back on the top. Let's take a look here. Representing our first year class is Gigi.
Hi everyone.
Welcome to your Olympics. Second year is represented by Kyle.
Hey, can we get some 2s in the chat? Just spam the number 2 in the chat for us.
Here we go.
You know we're
And
gonna win.
representing the third year class is Kendall. Kendall, welcome to the game. All right, vertebral column, you guys know the rules. You've got a different colored or marked cup at the top, and you're going to bring those cups until it's all the way back. You're going to rotate all the way through that vertebral column until it's back to the beginning. Any questions here from you guys, or are you clear? Ready to go? Represent your class as well. On the horn is when you can begin. In 3, in 2, begin.
I dropped one.
Oh,
okay.
He's recouping.
Get it with my feet. Wow. I stacked the rest.
A lot of focus in GB right there. I like it. And they're using the Michael Jordan tongue again. We see that a lot. It helps. We don't know why, but it does. Michael Jordan.
Got it.
GB, well done. Kyle, I think it was the drop, buddy. We're gonna drop. It was the drop. Gigi, grabbing the gold in cohort Olympics. What do you want to say about your victory?
I dedicate this win to my amazing cohort, and don't underestimate first years.
Don't underestimate first years. Kendall and Kyle, well done. Thank you for participating.
Good game.
Appreciate having some fun. Well, we are physically distant, but socially connected here at West Coast DPT. Thanks for playing along, guys. Another well-fought victory for the first year there. Congratulations in the vertebral column. Let's get out that Mentimeter screen, and we'll bring it back to you as we go into round number 3. Let's see what we got. On the board. Remember, the faster you answer, the more points you get if you are correct. Log into menti.com. Use that code 3210199. Where is West Coast University's Center for Graduate Studies building located? Where is it? Is it Ontario? Is it Miami? Is it LA? Is it Dallas, Texas? Again, you can jump back into the game at any time. Menti.com and use that code 3210199. Where is West Coast Center for Graduate Studies building located? Where is it? A bunch of you jumping in for LA. All right, we'll call that a layup. That was a layup. Giving you time to just ease back into trivia. Again, if you want to jump back in that website on the top of the screen with that code, menti.com, 3210199. Question number 2 in round number 3. Oh, man. In Harry Potter or Happy Potter, either one, who is the oldest Weasley brother? Who is the oldest Weasley? I have no idea this one. Is it Bill, Charlie, Percy, or Fred? I will be as shocked as you guys for this one. I'm as excited. I am Happy Potter as well. Guys, it's a Thursday night. Be Happy Potter, okay? Let's find out who the oldest Weasley brother in Happy Potter is. Pretty evenly split. Bill. Bill's the oldest. People are on Team Hufflepuff there. Well, 16 of you knew it, but evenly split. I had zero idea. I had nothing. None. Ryan just wanted to know who got it wrong. Let's move on to the next question. All right, next question here. What do we have? What day is National Trivia Day in America? What do you think it is? Is it today? That's not an option, so you can't get that right. You can't get that wrong. What day is National Trivia Day in America? Is it January 4, March 14th, May 4, or July 4th? National Trivia Day. We'll all come right back here, and we'll do this again on National Trivia Day. But when would I expect you back? Still got more Wheel of Prizes coming up in just a little bit after this round of trivia. Going to give away some spots in the California Conclave. What do you think National Trivia Day is? It just passed. Just last month. January 4th is National Trivia Day. You missed it. Let's move on to the next one. Opportunities for you to win your way into the APTA California Conference. That's coming up. Let's do the APTA trivia here. What was the original name of the American Physical Therapy Association in this centennial year of APTA? Was the American Physical Therapy Association? Was the American Physiotherapy Association, which kind of sounds a little bit like your pinkies in the air, just a little bit fancy. Was it the American Women's Physical Therapeutic Association or the American Association of Physiotherapists? Lock in your answer choices, the original name of the APTA. And what do we think? Yeah. A good chunk of you getting the right. American Women's Physical Therapeutic Association, the AWPTA. Too many. Got to go to 4 letters. 4 letters really is what works better. Let's do that next question, round number 3. Wheel of Prizes coming up next for the students. Now, we know Roman numeral for 50 is L. What is the value of X in Scrabble? Because I remember several years in middle school math always trying to find out what X was. And every time it was something different. I was very confused in middle school. Mathematics. Value of X in Scrabble. What is it? Is it worth 4? Is it worth 6? Is it worth 8? Or is it worth 10 points? Value of X in Scrabble. Lock in your answer choices here. Time's up. Many of you think it's all the way at number 10. No. That was the red herring. X is valued at 8 points in Scrabble. 12 of you got that right. Several of you got that right very quickly. Let's move to the next question of round number 3. See how fast those fingers are. Another question about West Coast University. When was West Coast University's Alumni Association founded? It was mentioned during this live broadcast. Marina mentioned this. I said there'd be no more answers on the screen. That's true. but Marina mentioned exactly when the Alumni Association was founded, if you were paying attention. And listen, if you're not paying attention to when we're giving answers away and you're not studying for kinesiology, I'm not sure what you're doing. What are you paying attention to? What year WCU Alumni Association founded was just mentioned. 2016. It was right there. That one should be easy. You're right. It should be. Some of you got it wrong. Let's move to the next question. Question 7 in round number 3. Ooh. Because I know as soon as you saw Marina mention the Facebook page and the group, you ran there immediately on your social media apps because we knew you had the iPhone since 2007. How many people are available on the West Coast University Alumni Facebook page? The network that you will join when you graduate from this institution. How many people strong are on that app? This is a tough one. What do you think? Is it 1,000? Is it 2,500, 4,000, or more than 5,000? It's a supportive network. Marina talked all about it. A very supportive network of more than 5,000 strong on that page. I can see some of you going there right now and joining. I can hear you clicking away. All right. Coming to the end of round number 3. What is another name for vitamin B1? What do you think it is? Is it thiamine? Is it riboflavin? Is it niacin? Or is it biotin? What do you think it is? Riboflavin? Not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying it's my favorite flavin. If I had to pick a flavin, that would be my favorite flavin. Another name for vitamin B1, what is it? Is it thiamine? Is it riboflavin, niacin, or biotin? What do you think it is? As we lock in our answer choices. Thiamine? Yes. Some of you paying attention for those vitamins. Vitamin B1, also known as thiamine. Correct. Shelby is made of vitamin QT. I see what you did there. You're playing with letters. All right. Coming to the end of round number 3. What number is found in reference to the Heinz products? Heinz something. Heinz what? Is it Heinz 57? Is it Heinz 91? Is it Heinz 15 or Heinz 66? APTA Student Conclave in California. We're going to spin the wheel of prizes after this round of trivia, and I believe we're going to award a couple different students to go to that event. Let's find out. Heinz, what is it related to? Heinz 57. Yeah, it just rolls off the tongue. 57 flavors, 57 ingredients. That's what you got in Heinz. As we get to the last question in round number 3 here on the line. In the office, what is Michael Scott's middle name? Oh, Office fans. Can you call yourself an Office fan unless you know Michael Scott's middle name? I don't know if you can. What do you think it is? Is it George? Is it Gregory? Is it Gary? Or Glenn? I mean, when you put them all online like that, they all sound kind of like they could be right. I don't know. Is it George, Gregory, Gary, or Glenn? Michael Scott. Best boss. Is it Gary? We've got some Office fans out there. I like that. That is correct. All right, let's check that leaderboard now. Yes! A lot of fast fingers is going to change that leaderboard. Ooh, Ahmad still on top. So some of the top positions there, not moving around. Sorry, I forgot I had the Dwight Schrute mask on there for a second there. Scared myself. More than 21,000. Ahmad still in the lead. Leader in the clubhouse. We've got one round of trivia left. Don't close that browser. Keep it open. We'll come back to this after we drop that. And now here's the deal. We're going to get some students in the APTA California Student Conclave event. Great networking event. We've got the students back up on the wheel of prizes. Let's spin that wheel and find out which student is going to APTA Student Conclave. Who's going? Let's throw some confetti for. Ooh, I thought Tiffany had it. Oh, so sad. You know what? I'm feeling rather generous. Let's do it again. So we got a winner there. Let's spin it again one more time. APTA California Student Conclave, who is going also, Sose and Megan. Congratulations. Going to APTA Student Conclave. And it's fantastic. All right, we've got one more photo montage to share with you. We want to make sure the audience gets some FaceTime. So let's take a look at you one more time. Told you that'd be a quick look. Look at some of the alumni and grads right there. Let's talk to one more. Let's talk to another alum here on the DPT Connect event.
Amy, tell me about your story in physical therapy. Where do you practice? Who do you get to help?
So right now I'm currently working in pediatrics. I work for a company called Total Education Solutions. And we work with early intervention kids, so ages, birth to 3 years old, as well as school-based therapy. So I get to work with kids, as young as preschoolers, all the way up to high schoolers.
That's fun. Give us a moment. A lot of students watching, right? And they're doing a lot of the stuff that's like important for PT school, the background stuff, the basics. But give them a moment. Give them something to look forward to. A moment in your career working with a kiddo, because you got to call them kiddos, by the way, when you're in pediatrics, just so you know.
Of
A
course.
moment with a kiddo that let you know, like, yeah, this is exactly where I'm supposed to be.
I think it's just, working with these kiddos, it's, obviously with these kiddos, you spend a lot of time with them and you build these great relationships, not with them, but also the family. So I think just, besides seeing them achieve those little milestones or inch stones, as we call them, because even like the smallest bit of progression is a big achievement for them. But also just to see them grow over time and develop into these like wonderful people. That's why I love working with them.
Wanted to make sure you could give a nod. Tell me something that you miss about West Coast University, something about that experience going to school there that you look back fondly on.
I think it's just definitely being with, my classmates, my colleagues now, being part of the first cohort coming in. We all didn't know what the outcome was going to be. And we just had this great bond and we all stuck together and worked together and we finished all the way until the end. And also too, the faculty and the staff was also, great and supportive and helping us do our best. So I definitely miss all of those relationships with everybody.
Yeah. What's that look like? Give me a little taste of that feeling. Like, hey, you're going to love this because you're going to find exactly where you belong in this profession one way or another. And there's a light at the end of the tunnel and it's good. And you keep working towards that.
Yeah, I agree. And it's like, what's also great about physical therapy is that it's such a large profession. There's so many different fields and specialty. And, if there's one area you're not happy with, there's another area that I'm sure you can go to that you'll fall in love with.
Yeah. Taste everything. Just call it the PT buffet. Get out there and taste a little bit of everything. Spend as much time in labs with your classmates as you can and interact that way because you'll miss it if it's gone. But Amy, thanks so much for your time. We appreciate it hearing from an alum.
Yeah, no problem.
Love hearing that from the alum there with Amy. Appreciate her time. Right now, it looks like first years have 2 victories. Second years, well, they've got 1. Third years, not on the board yet. Let's go to our last check-in for your cohort Olympics. All right, the final installment of your cohort Olympics here at West Coast University, bringing the classes together, these cohort Olympic athletes. We are going to do, testing some of the cranial nerves is always important. Cranial nerve 7 to be exact, also known as cookie face. It's a very highly competitive game. Representing the first years is Thomas. Thomas, welcome to the show. Representing second years is RB is now on screen. They're very nice. And representing third years is Justine. All right, just for the audience, you guys have Oreo cookies and a plate and 1 minute on our timer. You're going to start by placing one Oreo on the center of your forehead and only using your facial muscles, no hands. Or if you get your feet up there, I guess you could try that. No feet, no feet. You're going to see how many cookies you can get from your forehead to your mouth and then drop them on the plate in 1 minute. Are you guys ready? On the horn, let's get those cookies placed and balanced. Good. On the horn in 3, 2, and 1. A lot of balance, a lot of facial muscles. We've got different strategies getting to the eyeball. It looks like a drop there from Justine. A lot of wiggle. You can tell this is not RB's first rodeo with cookie face. Harder than it looks. It is actually very difficult. Yeah, we've got one from RB. Justine's got it to the nose and the mouth. Wow, gutsy move right there. That looks beautiful. Let's hear it for Thomas. Thomas has got his first. RB, a lot of flexing right there. We're at the halfway mark right now. Cookie face. Thomas puts another one on the board. Yes, RB and Justine, another in the bank. I have lost count, but that's why they have the plate there. Thomas working hard. 10 seconds left. 9. 3, 2, 1. That is the horn. We'll count it. That counts for Thomas. It was in the mouth. All right, what do we have on the board here? RB has got 3. Justine, 3. Thomas, how many you got there? 3.
I got 4.
Oh, 4. That's the fourth. Oh, there's Stuck it. That was the buzzer beater right there. So that one made all the difference. First years, representing the first years well. Thomas, what do you want to say about your victory?
I just want to thank my family, my friends, and my cohort. And there's going to be winners and there's going to be losers, and I'm just really glad.
He's just rubbing cookie crumble in the wounds. RB and Justine, well done. Not an easy game to play, but you brought it and you did well. So thank you guys for participating. Very close there. It was like he was like hiding that fourth cookie. Congratulations to the first years who take home 3 medals in cohort Olympics. Well, we are coming to the end of this Live Connect event. We've got to spin the wheel, but first we've got to do the last of our 10 trivia questions in round number 4. So make sure you break out that browser again. Or you can log on to menti.com and follow the code at the top of the screen. Break out that browser. And again, that website is menti.com. And that code to play, round 4 of 4 as we wrap up, 3210199. Log that code in as a bunch of you are. We're going to wrap this up. Prizes for first, second, and third. We ship to you a WCU prize pack. We've got a WCU tumbler. We've got a WCU mask. I think I have one right here. Nope, this isn't it, but it's similar. It's similar to this, but it's a different color. And that'll be shipped to you as we see more than 23 of you logging in. Again, that website, menti.com, and use that access code on the top of the screen, 3210199. Let's start in 5 seconds. We'll give you a last call, 5 seconds before we start round 4, and wrap up your cumulative score. Who will be the winner? Let's do it. Round number 4 has begun. All right, lock in your answer choices. The faster you do it, if correct, the more points you get. Of course, that'll probably be the first thing you get after your graduation. What animal can be seen on the Porsche logo? Have you looked closely? I tend to stay away from the Porsche because I'll probably scratch it, and I don't feel like paying for that. But what animal is actually seen on that Porsche logo? Is it a bear? Is it a lion? Is it a horse or a sheep? Sheep? I don't know if it's a sheep. I'm not sure. Lock in your answer choices here. The faster you answer. Horse by 30 of you, and you are correct. That is right. On the Porsche logo, you can find a horse. Let's go to the next question. This is the last round of trivia. We will also spin that wheel of prizes one more time before we wrap up. All right, which is not one of the 4 West Coast University scholarships available? Which is not one of the 4 West Coast University scholarships available? Legacy Scholarship. Is that a real thing? WC Proud Scholarship. Is that a real thing? How about the Community Network Scholarship? Is that a real thing? Or Professional Development? Which one is not one of the 4 West Coast University scholarships available? Lock in your answer choices in our final round of 4 here. What do you think? Who had it right? Community Network, not one of the 4 West Coast University scholarships available. Legacy, WCU Proud, and Professional Development, all legit, all available. As we move on to our next question in round number 4. As we unveil it, all right, here we go. Name 2 of the countries West Coast University's International Education Department travels to. We saw some photos from some of those events. I heard you talking about that in the chat here. Name 2 countries. What 2 countries does West Coast University International Education Department travel to? Can you name those? Is it Panama and Costa Rica? Is it Panama and Brazil? Brazil and Spain? Chile and Australia. Lock in your answer choices. Where are you traveling to? Panama and Costa Rica or Brazil and Spain? Wow. Several of you are going big on Brazil and Spain. I like your enthusiasm, but it's actually Panama and Costa Rica. Awarding some points there. Let's move to the next question. As we're wrapping up this DPT Connect event. All right, you might have heard it before, this phrase, PT PAC. PAC. What does it stand for? It's going to be representing you. Is it Political Action Committee? Is it Political Association Committee? Is it Politics Action Committee? Or is it Politics Association Committee? That seems like a word salad. That last one just seems ridiculous. I'm not giving it away, but I'm giving it away. It's not that. That's not the answer. Don't do it. Did any of you do it? 2 of you did. I'm sorry that you just... It's a Political Action Committee. That's what PAC stands for. That is the lobbying arm of the American Physical Therapy Association, otherwise known as the Politics Association Committee. It's actually never known that. All right, next question on the round 4 of 4. Blood type in humans. What is the rarest? What is the most rare? What do you think? Whenever we studied this, I knew it for like a week, and then I forgot it. It was gone. Is it B positive, B negative, AB positive, or AB negative? What do you think it is? Lock in your answer choices. The rarest blood type in humans, in human beings. One of you. What do you think? B positive, B negative, AB positive, or AB negative? What do you think it is? Rarest. And that is correct. AB negative is the rarest blood type in humans. Only a few opportunities for you to gain some points left as we come to the coming to the end of round number 4, our final round of trivia as we move on. Just 5 questions left. We go from blood types to periodic elements. How many elements are in the periodic table right now? Where are the chem majors? Where are you? You knew it. Come on, you know this. Are there 105 elements? 111? 114? or 118? How many elements are on the periodic table? 2 more opportunities for students to win their way into the APTA California Student Conclave with the wheel of prizes coming up after this round of trivia. And that'll wrap us up. Periodic table has 118 elements on it, and 20 of you got that right. Several of you got it right very, very quickly, and that'll help your score as we move on to our next question. Just 4 left in the entire game. All right, which one of the following was not one of the original 6 NHL teams? They call them the original 6, the first teams in the NHL for 6, which was not one of that. It's the Bruins, New York Rangers, Pittsburgh Penguins, or the Detroit Red Wings, which was not one of the original 6. What do you think? Lock in your answer choices. As we are wrapping up trivia here. All right, the original 6 did not include... Well done. Yeah. 12 of you at least. Pittsburgh Penguins, no. Bruins, Rangers, and Red Wings in the original 6 NHL teams, but the Penguins, not. Sorry. Just 3 questions left in our trivia tonight in our DPT Connect event here at West Coast University. How many states have land farther south than the northern part of Mexico? How many U.S. states are actually below Mexican border? You're probably sitting there, you're doing, oh, hang on, 1, 2, yeah? Is it 3? Are there 3 states? 7? 11 states further south than Mexico's northern border? Or 14? Be a bold choice. What do you think it is? Let's find out. There are actually 11. And I will not name them right now because I did not write those down. But you can look on a map. Just Google lines that, but that's right. All right. I believe we are on our final question of our final round. Let's find out who our winner is after this one. And it's a WCU question. How do you receive WCU Proud or Alumni gear? How can you get it? Alumni Association wants you to know this and get it right. Is it by donating to the Alumni Scholarship Fund? Is it WCU Online? Is it at the gear store? Or does WCU alumni gear not actually exist? This would be a very strange question if that were the correct answer choice. Very odd question. So I will help you there and eliminate one of the answers. How do you receive your WCU Proud or Alumni gear? Yeah, donating to the Alumni Scholarship Fund. And I'm on pins and needles. I know you are too. Let's go to the leaderboard and find out who are in our top 3. Tabulating from round number 4, adjusting for speed, Ahmad is our victor. Ahmad, we will reach out. Also, Venture and we'll be receiving WCU prize packs in the mail. You got a WCU tumbler, WCU mask, and some other great goodies from West Coast University alumni. All right, let's get trivia out of there. But last part of the show, the interactive part, we've got 2 more opportunities for students to win their way in to APTA California State Conclave. Let's get the wheel of students on the board and give it a spin. We're going to do this not once, but twice. George Bill is our first winner. Congratulations, George. Let's remove George and let's give it another spin. APTA California Student Conclave. Danielle is our final winner of access to APTA California and that student conclave. Congratulations. I can't wrap this thing up by myself. That would just absolutely not be possible. So can we bring in some of our remaining guests that we've had on earlier in the show? Let's bring them back in here. Annie's checking back in. Dr. H, Nicole, Dr. Sip. Marina is back. Greg is still here. Guys, this was a first, we have to say. Annie, Dr. Brookdale, what do you think about this event? Was it everything you dreamed of and more?
It was wonderful. I'm just so happy to see everybody interact, us connecting, and I look forward to when we can all do it again.
Yeah. The thing that jumped out at me, I do these events and podcasts and hosting different things, but the amount of comments, the amount of interactivity and support whenever they saw someone they really cared about and jumped out and really just, shouting each other out. On my podcast, we call it Parting Shot. Do you guys want to have, any parting words of wisdom? Dr. Sip, anything for the students besides, hey, you better study?
Yeah. And I think Dr. Brown said it right earlier when she had said it's all worth it. So just keep working hard because it truly is where this is one of the greatest professions you could ever be a part of. So much opportunity and options. So just keep going. You guys got this.
Love that. Dr. H, any parting words of wisdom for the students?
I'm just gonna say the same thing. Keep going. This is a wonderful, one of the happiest jobs in the world. We might be top, but I say one off.
All right. Nora, you're jumping on the screen for the first time. Thanks so much for helping us put this event together and doing a lot of the background work. Without it, this event wouldn't take place. You were getting a lot of love in the comment section. What do you want to say to the students?
Thank you for all your support. You guys have been amazing during this whole COVID transition. First year, second year, third years, you're just amazing, and I miss you so much. And again, you are awesome, and you're so supportive to the department and alumni. If you're out there, I miss you too.
All right, guys, we'll give it one final wave and we sign off. Thanks, guys, so much for making this possible, as well as the audience. Without you, it would just be me standing in my living room.
And Jimmy, thanks to your team. Great job. Thanks
Absolutely.
to Alumni Association.
All right, guys, have a great night.
Okay, I'm going to say goodbye. I don't know if he's leaving.